and say this is where we got it from.
So bring it back over here. Hi, I'm Liz Cortez with Business Trends TV, and today I am interviewing Ryan Steinolfson from Accelerate Marketing. Hey, Ryan.
How you doing, Liz?
I'm doing excellent. Thanks for being on today. And what we're talking about today is the top online reputation management tips. Now, this article came from Forbes, and it's one of the most searched articles when it comes to reputation management. Ryan, what did you like, best about this article that you saw?
Well, there's a lot of things. The thing I liked about it is that, number one, it's coming from Forbes, so a lot of people are going to give it a lot of authority and a lot of weight. The other thing that I really liked about it is that it talked a lot about it covered a lot of different areas of reputation management and marketing, and because of that, I really, that's why I really was interested in covering this and talking about it, because there's a lot of really hot topics in there, from astroturfing to just really hot topics in there. I think they even talked about the recent judgment that I think it was the New York State attorney made that basically indicted a number of companies that were caught astroturfing, meaning that they were generating fake reviews. They were paying people to generate fake reviews. So very interesting, and just wanted to to talk about the topic in general. So let's get started.
Great. So I'm going to share my screen right now and show you what that article actually looks like. Okay. Right on over here. So you can see my screen, Ryan?
Yes. Yep.
Here it is on Forbes. Oh man, there goes the Forbes ad playing automatically. So here it is, top online reputation management tips for brand marketers. So I'm just going to go on and scroll through here, ask you the questions that Cheryl wrote about on here, and I want to get your input, Ryan, for each of these questions. So the first one is right here. What are some online reputation issues a brand might experience?
Okay, some online reputation issues that a brand might experience. There are a number of issues that a brand might experience. I mean, and you can see there that what they're saying is that why are people saying bad things about us on the internet? Many executives, you can read the text there. Many executives don't consider the potential losses in sales, press coverage, hiring ability, etc. There's a ton of different implications, and I first want to start out by differentiating between two different types of what we refer to as reputation management, or what people think of as reputation management. One type of reputation management is where you actually get reviews for a business. In other words, as a reputation management company, if you were doing this type of reputation management, you would help them get more reviews on Google, Yelp, Bing, Yahoo, etc. There's another type of reputation management that people do where they are just simply doing their best to push down any press or any links on the first page of Google that might be there towards the top of the Google search result for one of their brand names. So I just want to first lay that foundation, because a lot of people have questions about what reputation management is. It's simply managing a business's online reputation so that they ultimately can get more customers. So there's two ways to do that online. One is to get more reviews, and another one is to push down the negative information with positive information. So hope that's clear. But yeah. What are some online reputation issues that a brand might experience? I mean, there is a lot of issues that can affect the business. One is that they might have a great brand, and they might be a franchise, for example, but on a micro level, at the actual store location level, if the brand's solid, however, and we've seen this with some of the franchises that we work with, If the brand is solid, however, if one or two of those locations have a 2 or even a 3-star average rating out of 5, they're going to be significantly less likely to get the phone call than their competition that's local that they're competing with. So I hope that makes sense, because ultimately, the data speaks for itself. If you have a 4-star rating, you get 80% of people calling your business. If you have a 3-star or less, then only 14% of people will call your business. So that's really, the answer to that question in a nutshell.
That's definitely great, Ryan, that you bring that up about, when you have more stars and you have a great reputation online, that is how, more people are going to be calling your business. That's what everyone wants, to expand their business, have more sales, empower more clients, get them on over here. So thanks for sharing that, Ryan. I'm going to move on to the next question from this article, which is, do you see executives' personal reputation affecting their company's online reputations these days?
Well, absolutely, and especially as they said there, it can affect their reputation individually when you type in their business name, or I'm sorry, their individual personal name. If somebody sees that there's bad reviews online, or not bad reviews, but there's bad information about that individual, especially if you're like a well-known executive CEO, I mean, that can mean significant consequences for your business. So it's imperative that CEOs and owners of companies understand that they're getting searched for as an individual as well. And they might not have people reviewing them. There also might be some slanderous type PDFs out there, like we've seen with some people that have approached us for our services. They want us to push down some negative PDF legal case that's showing up in the top 5 results for their personal name, for their own name. And so that personal slanderous information that is showing up when you type in their individual name is affecting their business. This particular person is a stockbroker, and your reputation as a stockbroker is really you yourself. And so that's obviously one example, but that same example can be taken to a company as well. Any size company, especially if that CEO is really well known.
Yeah, no, that definitely makes a difference. And I know we see even here recently, politicians that were running for office, and here just this past week, I mean, they had some Facebook posts, and now they're not running anymore. So yeah, reputation, whatever you post online, or even if it is someone else posting something about you, it definitely makes a big difference, and make sure that gets pushed down or taken off, especially when it's not true. So that kind of leads us into our next area, which is, why won't positive Google results stay where they are to serve as a protection against reputation when it hits? So we kind of led a little bit into that, but can you expand upon that area more, Ryan?
Yeah, this is like a softball. I mean, this is you just handed me over a great question, and I wish I came up with this question myself. We get it all the time. It's what we refer to as a FNAC, or a frequently not asked question, and it really is pertinent, because just because you've got Google results that are positive today does not by any means mean that you're going to see that same result in the future. So it's imperative that you're vigilant with your reputation as a business owner, and that you're constantly monitoring the top directories. And just as a tip, if you're a business owner, what you want to do is you want to type in your business name in your city and look to see what the top search results are when you do that. When you type in your business name in your city, what are the top 5 results? Is it your Google Plus page? Most of the time, the first result, 9 times out of 10, when you type in your business name and city on Google, it's going to be your Google Plus page, and then you'll probably see Yelp, and you might see Facebook or City Search. They're all directories. They're all websites where people can review your business. And people can review your business whether they have a great profile or not. Anybody can review your business. So it's imperative that you understand that that, all it takes today is just a Google Plus account for somebody to review your business, or a Yelp account. And that's all they need in order to really, make sure that you maybe don't have a positive Google result tomorrow when you have a great Google result today. So you need to be vigilant. I definitely recommend, at a bare minimum, if you're a business owner, that you're at least monitoring the top 15 directories. Included in those would be Google Plus, Yelp, Bing, Facebook, those type of directories. And there's also some directories that are niche specific that you'd want to monitor as well, depending on the niche that you're in. So definitely, if you get 1 or 2 negative reviews, even on Google Plus, and you only have 5 reviews, your 5-star rating can very quickly, if you get 2 1-star reviews, can very quickly go down to right around 3 to 3.5 stars. And you, based on the data that I shared with you before, you get a 60% fall off in the number of people that actually pick the phone up and call you. Because at 4 and greater, you're getting 80% of people to call you, and 3 and less, 3-star rating and less, you're only getting 14% of people to call you. So, and those results, my point is that Google result that's at the top there, yesterday was a 5-star rating. In a couple days, with just a couple 2-star review or 1-star reviews, would be a 3-star. So.
Well, that can really make a big difference, especially if you're not monitoring, to have someone write a few bad reviews, 1, 2, or 3, and really affect that with your reputation. I also like how you brought up, be aware of, what are people seeing when they type in your business name and city,
yes.
And be focusing on those directories that are showing up on that page, and making sure that they're seeing those great stars, or seeing good content, your website, blogs, just great videos on that page. So kind of moves into our next question when it comes to crisis, and how should companies, consider expanding or handling crisis communication, and how can they protect themselves really to build up a big reputation before crisis happens? What's your advice in that area?
Well, the best thing to do is, as they mentioned in this article, is planning. You want to have as good of a plan as you possibly can to make sure that you're, as they suggest, that you're leveraging those platforms that are out there and available for you to get your positive information out there, your positive reviews. So you want to make sure that, just like we have in our company, we have one person that is responsible for responding to any positive or negative reviews. And you want to make sure that you have that monitoring in place so that, A, you know when it happens, so you have the awareness part, and then you have somebody that takes action. And you want to take action, I think, as it points out here, if I remember the article from earlier, is that you want to take action sooner than later. You want to make sure that you respond to that negative review as quickly as possible. You want to contact that person, because really what we're talking about here is an opportunity. You have an opportunity for the first time as a business owner to directly communicate with the people that want to share with you ideas and challenges that you're having with your business. As a business owner, I can't think of anything better. If I'm unaware of what our challenges are, then I can't do anything about them. So what I look at these review pages as, or these directories as, is really an opportunity for me to gain insight into my business and then create a private one-on-one communication offline with that person, and in order to remedy the problem, and then invite them back, show them that we've actually remedied the problem, and then hopefully have them either remove the review or at least upgrade the review based on the new information that we've given them. So to answer your question, I would have one person responsible for communicating with the person or the people that possibly might leave bad information about your business online, and then make sure that they follow up with them offline in a PM or a private message on Yelp or Google or whatever, and really deal with them one-on-one and let them know that you care. And obviously respond to the review. I would first not respond publicly to the review. If it was negative, I would first reach out to the person and try to remedy it offline, and then if there's no remedy to it and you're not able to remove it, just obviously respond. Don't incite the person. You don't want to incite them. You just want to make sure that they feel heard, communicate, and then let other people know that are reading the review know that you've taken care of the issue.
Yeah, I like how you bring up the point of, when you're responding publicly that, you don't want to get them more upset, or just you want to take responsibility and, think about you're writing that review for the person that's reading it, the person that's looking at hiring your company, buying services or products from you, and, making sure to handle that. Also, handling it personally first. And having someone just be on top of that, I am sure that makes a big difference. And I'm sure who wouldn't love to have either the owner of the company or, some exec give you a call and try to work something out. I mean, wow, that's one way to definitely get your voice heard when you're working with companies. So thanks, Ryan. So next question right over here is, what are the key reputation management tactics you recommend employ for your clients?
Okay. Key reputation management tactics you recommend. Okay, the one thing that I would recommend for anybody to really consider is that it's not just about reputation management. Okay, reputation management means that you're gonna get more reviews, and obviously, when you're dealing with a reputation management company, I would hope that you would assume, or at least I assume, that you're going to get some sort of a system that's going to make the review gathering process a little bit easier for the people that are leaving reviews for your business. Having said that, I do not endorse in any way, shape, or form astroturfing, which is having people post reviews for your business online that are basically like fake posters, people that you hire to post for your business. I do 100% endorse, obviously, going out there and soliciting real reviews from real people, and again, just making that process as easy as possible. And a big component of what I would look for if I was hiring a reputation management marketing company is I would look to make sure that they understand, or that you understand before you go and hire somebody, that it's imperative that they understand about building the culture in your business through training. Because ultimately, building a reputation management and marketing culture in your business is probably one of the most important things that our company does, because when we've done that, then we've effectively created an army of people that can gather reviews, and not just one or two. And so that's really critical. So that's one component that's very, very critical. We've learned that in the many years we've been doing this. What's important is that it's not just about management or monitoring, it's about marketing those reviews. So in other words, once you get reviews, what are you doing with them? In other words, a review is only as good as the number of people that see it. And that's one of the phrases we use around here. So what you want to do is you want to repurpose the reviews. I look at each review as a golden egg. You want to get that golden egg and treat it like a golden egg, and treat it with respect, and really just nurture it. And you want to get it out there to show as many people as you can. So what we do is we take an image of the review that's on Google Plus, and we post it to social media, because 13% of people that are referred to your business are going to go directly to your social media. 35% are going to go directly to your website. So definitely market those reviews by posting them to your website so that you show off your social proof there. You also, finally, what I would do is I would repurpose them and post them on one of the most trafficked websites on the internet right now, which is YouTube, and create what we call a review branding commercial out of it. So when you create a review branding commercial, you're repurposing that video, and you're leveraging the authority of that directory that review lives on, and you're letting other people know that, hey, thank you for the we got a great review, and we only get our next customer based on how we treat our current customers, and you can see here's some great feedback that we got. So that video can actually rank in the search results for, imagine that video ranking in the search results as a thumbnail for your business name in your city. So there would be a beautiful little thumbnail there, a little picture, image, video with what we call a review branding commercial there that's about 45 seconds in length that highlights one of your great reviews. So I'd monitor, I would market and manage, meaning get more reviews, and again, build that culture, get as many people on board in your company in terms of getting reviews. So those are some of the things that I would definitely look for in a let me see, those are some of the things that I would definitely look for.
That's actually, yeah, you bring up a good point. Marketing those reviews that come in, because you want to make sure people are able to see them and find them. So if you're marketing them and repurposing them on the different video sites or image sites, that's going to make a big difference. Just getting your brand out there, and your reputation out there. So when it comes to developing your online reputation strategy, do you recommend people doing this? Businesses doing this in-house, or hiring other companies to do this for you?
Well, that's a good question, because you can do this in-house. It takes some time. We've spent years developing our systems and processes for making the gathering of online reviews easier. So can somebody or a business do this? Yes, they can. Will they have the systems and processes in place that will facilitate the gathering of those reviews and the training of your staff? Do you want to go through and train your staff? If you're working with a reputation management company that has many years of experience, then they will take on that training component, which is what we do. We take it very seriously, and that you want to make sure that that you understand as well. And this is one thing I want to address here, is that the culture, building of this reputation management marketing culture in your business needs to start from the top down, meaning that the CEO needs to make sure that the whole company is accountable for this initiative, and that they're being held, that they're all moving in the same direction. So I think that is one of the things that you have to ask yourself if you're a company is can we tackle the training of our staff to make sure that they understand how to do this, when and how to ask for reviews? Do we have the bandwidth to create, for example, a landing page where people would go to in order to leave feedback about our business? Can we scale that out to the 10, 15, 20 locations we have, or whatever? How much time will it take for us to post the reviews on all of our 150, 200 social media sites? How long would it take for us to create a review branding commercial or a video that would go on YouTube that would highlight one of our reviews? You're talking 2-3 weeks minimum to create one of those things, and at least $2,000 to $3,000. So you got to look at some of the offerings that reputation management marketing companies have in terms of helping you not only get more reviews, but also market those reviews, because ultimately, if you tackle it yourself, you're looking at spending a lot of time and money. And like I always say, I can't afford to not have a good accountant, because they know what they're doing, and if I try to do it myself, they end up saving me more money if it's a good accountant than I end up paying for them, even though I pay them a lot of money sometimes. They know exactly what to do and how to do it, and they've spent years and years learning their trade so that they can save you and me time and money and headaches. So that's what we try to do in this one very narrow niche for people.
You're right. Leave it up to the experts. That's what they get. They are the best at. They know the strategies to implement. So you don't have to reinvent the wheel and figure things out. There's companies out there that can do it for you and just take away that headache. Wow, man! And you just made that giant list of things that you need to do. Wow, that just seems very overwhelming. So thank goodness there's people like you that can take over and take some of the stress away from the business owner, the CEO, so they can actually run their company and not worry about these other areas over here. So when it comes,
and and what I mentioned to you is only 2 or 3 or 4 components out of the 12 components that we offer as our entire system. So I'm only just on the tip, on the surface in terms of it's the tip of the iceberg in terms of what we do.
So taking a look at you mentioned online, reputation management companies or reputation marketing companies was what you really focus on doing. I mean, what's the expense like for that across the board?
Is online reputation management help expensive? Is that the question that you're referring to?
Yes, this is the question. I rephrased it
Yeah.
in my own words. But this is the question I'm referring to.
You're like, how much is it? Bam. All right. So,
Bam. You don't have to share how much it is. Just to give the person watching this video just a sense of what are they looking at, or how much marketing budget should they allocate to reputation management.
Good question. Those are really pertinent. So we recommend that 20% of a company's overall online or marketing budget in general should be used for reputation management. And here's the reason why. I think you would agree, and everybody listening would agree, that without a great reputation, what do you have as a business? I mean, so that's the foundation. I mean, if you don't have that, then it doesn't matter how much lead generation you do, you're not going to have any lead conversion. So you could throw as much PPC money out the window and get as much pay-per-click as you want. If they go with that PPC advertising spend and they go to a link to your website, or they go to your reviews on the directories and they see that you've got a 3-star reputation, then only 14% of people are going to pick up the phone and call you, versus if you have a 4 or better, you got 80%. It's just numbers. So that's why studies like the Harvard study that showed that if you just have an increase of 1 star in your rating online, that it corresponds to a 5 to 10% increase in your gross revenues. So can it be expensive? It can be. It depends. And now you got to put that in perspective in terms of what kind of a situation do you have? Are you at a 2 or a 3-star rating, and you have like no reviews? Then I would probably pay a lot more because the need is much greater. Now the cost, it's usually a monthly cost that you pay to have this process managed, because it's an ongoing process of getting more reviews and marketing those reviews and monitoring, etc. So typically that cost can range anywhere from $250 a month up to $2,000 a month, depending on what type and scope of services that you're getting.
Very well put. Just going back, you said it was 20% of your marketing budget is what you should allocate to reputation management. Is that correct, Brian?
Yes.
Excellent. Well, great way to phrase that. How expensive is it? Oh, cool. So we're almost finished with this interview for today, but here is one of the last questions. Is when going online, seeing so many different companies. If you go Google reputation management professionals in your area, or across the U.S. or even in other countries, I mean, what should companies look for? What are those top maybe 3 things to look for when hiring an online reputation management professional or company?
Good question. So what should I look for if I'm hiring an online reputation management professional? First and foremost, I would look to see what they're doing themselves for reputation. What kind of reviews do they have? Do they have video testimonials? Do they have textual reviews on the various directories themselves? When you type in their business name and their city and the word reviews, do you see that they've got Google reviews? And do they have a 4 or 4.5 star rating or better? 4.5 star rating, by the way, we consider a 4.5 star rating or better to be a 5. So we understand that you're going to get some. You're not going to be. No one can be perfect all the time. So we understand that you're going to get some 2 or 3 star reviews, and that's to be expected. So 4.5 or better is what we consider as being the goal. So I would first look there. I would also look and see what kind of results they've gotten, obviously, and this is standard for anything that you look for. I mean, who else have they helped, and what kind of results have they gotten, and The other thing is that I would very, very much look for is you definitely, I would look for a company that is taking the next step, and they're taking those reviews and repurposing them in the form of social media posts, photo images of the reviews, posted onto the social media. I would want to see that that company can create videos that will highlight or show off the great 5-star reviews that you already have. You need to work with somebody. My suggestion is to work with somebody that does know not just reputation management or getting more reviews. They monitor also. You want to make sure that they also can, again, market those reviews and, again, build your company's culture into one of a reputation management and marketing culture so that your whole staff understands how business is being done now and that it's changed. And that it has more to do with not just how much you're spending in pay-per-click or billboards or anything like that. It's, your reputation is out there for the world to see. You're in essence, you're naked, to the world in terms of your reputation online, and your staff needs to understand that anybody can go in and review your business at any given time and any given moment, and that they need to plan accordingly.
Thank you, Ryan. That definitely makes sense. So go check out the reputation. That makes sense to me as well. You go check your reputation for restaurants before you go eat. So if you're going to hire a reputation management and marketing company, you better be checking their reputation, and they better be practicing what they preach. So thank you so much, Ryan, for doing this interview with us today and going over this great Forbes article that is just top in the search engines for reputation management and marketing. Any last words?
No, that's it. Thanks, Liz, for the opportunity to talk with you about this article, and I look forward to doing this on a regular basis. So if you're watching this video, come join us on Thursdays at 4 o'clock Pacific Standard Time in order to continue to gain new and more insight into how you can build your reputation online, and go by and visit us at our website at accelerateyourmarketing.com. That's you can see at the bottom here it says Accelerate Marketing, so it's just accelerateyourmarketing.com is our website, and we'd be more than happy to talk to you and let you know what we can do to move you in the right direction.
Excellent. I'll put that link below this video, so you can just go ahead and click that link. And yes, stay tuned for next week. Ryan and I will be doing another segment at 4 o'clock Pacific Standard Time on Thursdays. So thank you. We'll see you on the next video.
All right. Thanks a lot, Liz.